Okay, what is up, y'all? Straight up, I'm gonna get into it. Sad news is I am gonna sim to the end of the year. I just had a good game against the Mets, but that's not really why I'm simulating or. Okay, clearly we're not gonna be in contention for our division. Cardinals, or I don't know what they're on, but they're on some type of shit. Okay, and then we go over here to wild card. Even with that win, we went absolutely nowhere due to our last game against the Mets. And coming up is their two aces, and if I simply beat them, I simply beat them. I don't freaking care at this point. I honestly just want to get some new faces in here and just upgrade some positions, period. Because without some better pitching, our bullpen's good. Most of our bullpen's good. Our lineup is decent. It's not great, but it's decent. It's something to work with in the future. Now, let's see. I signed that guy to a 1 year deal because I don't really like the stuff he comes with, so we'll obviously be getting a new manager. That could be exciting, you know. Also, want to get rid of Ryan Braun. I know I've debated keeping him or not, but quite frankly, I think Domingo Santana in the long run is going to be better. Maybe not stats wise, but for what I'm trying to build, he's going to be better. Ramon Flores is not the center fielder of the future. Brett Phillips is. That being said, he'll be a platoon player, at least. He would be the guy that comes in whenever outfielder needs a day off. And Kirk Neuenhuis he's been up and down. He started off horrible, but he's gotten better. Andrew Susak is probably going to be starting for at least a year, maybe two. Just depends how this free agency and the next one goes. And depends how the drafts go. Scooter Gennett, as of at this moment, has earned second base. Third base has been earned by Villar. Chris Carter has earned first for now. Morneau has earned his DH spot. Everett Cabrera, in the 2 games he played, has earned it, but that's 2 games. So I feel pretty good with our main lineup for majority. Love to improve my bench any way possible because I got Diane Viciedo, who I might keep. I might keep him. He looked okay. His speed's horrible though. So he could become the DH after Morneau retires or whatever, because until Morneau starts doing horrible. Rivera is still going to possibly be in the majors. Definitely going to be over Colin Wash. I love Colin Wash switch hitting abilities, but he's going to be 27 next season. And since I'm rebuilding, I like to have youth. Outside of one rotation spot that I like to have a veteran, or 2 rotation spots for a veteran that's going to be ending his career soon, like Cliff Lee. I'll probably bring him back, but it depends on the money. If he wants too much, he's gone. If he wants a decent amount, we'll talk. But basically, I'm just going to be simulating the rest of the season. I will have stopping points, obviously, with the trade deadline. I'll increase the trade frequency. So that's when you'll probably see some trades come up. And if there's no big ones, I'll just go over a review of all the trades that went through. Before we get there, I'll check before we turn it up. And then whenever we turn it up, I'll show you. I strongly consider against Strasburg this season, but I don't want to have the chance of losing him in free agency if I don't want to pay him the money that he's going to want, because he's going to win a lot. That being said, I might pay him a lot whenever free agency does hit, if he hits free agency, or someone else. Quite simply, Eduardo Rodriguez is going to be in the rotation next year, and possibly Cliff Lee, but Eduardo Rodriguez is the for sure guy that's going to be the rotation. That's guaranteed out of the 5 rotation spots currently. The bullpen, I cannot talk. The bullpen is basically set, with the exceptions of our mid relievers. Gerard Parker might get a shot in the rotation next season. I think that'll about do it. I'll probably send some better coaches once I have the roster that I want. Well, not coaches, scouts. I'm okay with the coaches we have going forward, and this will be interesting to see what happens with Tim Lincecum. Because I might look to sign him back, might not. I don't know, honestly. I think he would be an interesting guy to try to revive his career with, but at the same time, I'm trying to go for youth, and he's not really young. But he could be my veteran right-hander, and Cliff Lee could be my veteran left. Jared Parker is kind of my revived project. I signed him to a 2-year deal, was it? Yeah, 2-year, $2.5 million. And before I do move on to next season, I'm also going to update the stats and stuff, as I said earlier. So there's going to be about I don't want to say how long, probably about 10-20 minute break. I'll probably just end the stream for that, because it's just going to be boring, because I'm not going to be talking. I'm just going to be going through stats and stuff. It might even be longer than I anticipate, so. But what I'm going to be doing there is updating everybody's stats from the year to wherever I stop. So whenever this stream ends is where I'm going to be stopping to do that, and then I'll kick one back up. I'll probably give it a new nice name so it stands out a little bit more. That being said, that part might just go straight onto YouTube. I don't know. But this first video definitely isn't, because it's just me planning what I'm going to do. Now, there's a lot of interesting things we can try to pull off, of course. We could try to trade for a pitcher right now. Obviously, we can't get no ace, but we could get a guy that's kind of young and could earn a rotation spot. Don't really know who I want to go after. John Gray is interesting, but they're going to be asking a ton for him. And that's not really a ton, that bar. It's not a ton, but look at the players they are wanting. It's going to be players I'm not willing to give up, quite frankly. I look for Carter's B in the future. I look for Davies B in the future, and Thornburg's B in the future. So, obviously, like I just said, they want people that I don't want to get rid of. Are they the best players that the players I don't want to get rid of, they're not the best players, but they're working on the team that I have right now. And they're what I'm trying to build my team around. Michael Walker. That would be a great guy to trade for. The Cardinals are just stacked with starting pitchers. I mean, Adam Wainwright, he's their vet. Then you got Carlos Martinez, he's kind of their up and down guy. And I just backed out of that for no apparent reason. Oh wait, it's this way. Okay. And then they got Jaime Garcia, who is their lefty. Mike Leake, who is their guy they wanted to give a shot to revive his career and whatnot. Michael Walker is their up and coming righty that will probably take the torch away from Adam Wainwright. The bullpen obviously needs some work in my opinion. They have some good parts, but they need some work. With that being said, they're still most likely going to win the division or one of those other 3 teams above us. That probably sounds so horrible. One of the other 3 teams above us will probably win the division this year. And with that being said, the other 2 are most likely either going to be in the playoffs or they're going to be right there for the playoffs above us. We're kind of like where the Reds are, except for we have a little bit better record and we have some better players in them. Reds have a good team, okay. I shouldn't say that. They don't have a good team. They have some good players. So could we try to look to get some of their good players away from them? Maybe, but here, let's just go look at the Reds. Okay, so obviously they have Razel Iglesias, Homer Bailey, Brandon Finnegan. I like Brandon Finnegan because I was a Royals fan. Bring it down, they got some young prospects up and coming. I don't know why I keep on doing that. Their bullpen is not good at all. It's just not. JJ Hoover is probably the best guy. I like Andrew a bit more than their current guy, just because I think he'll get more contact than Devin will. Joey Votto is obviously big money bags, and I don't like paying hitters usually that much unless they're truly worth it, and obviously by his stats he's truly worth it. but what they would want for him is ridiculous considering his age and the money, no. Then Brandon Phillips is probably in the same category for me. And I don't really need a second baseman and third base. They don't have no good third baseman to try to acquire. Shortstop, I think I'll be good at shortstop. Left fielder, they got this guy up and coming. I've traded for him in past times. He's been up and down. Obviously, he's not from Missouri. This was the roster before their all updates and all that. I mean, sure, I could go do that and try to do all the same moves, but I probably wouldn't get the same players or have the same exact record results. So we're gonna keep it how it is. Jay Bruce. He would be an interesting person to acquire. He's never really hit for like a great average, but he has hit a lot of home runs. So really, he's a power bat in the outfield. He's not that fast. He is a good fielder though. His stuff is starting to decline though, and I don't want to pay someone. I'm wasting him $8.5 million. He's gonna be free agent, and his age 30. Well, by the time he plays, he'll be like 31 on whatever new team he goes to. Could we go after him? Yes, but I doubt that they'll let him go, and if they do, then yeah, we'll go after him. But if not, no. And all of this also depends on whether the guy I really, really badly want in free agency a couple of years, and why I'm gonna try to save money every year, is Bryce Harper. Obviously, I can't trade for him because they want literally all the best prospects, and he's not even an option to trade for. He is the bomb, okay? Everything's rising up on his stats. Every single thing. And then just imagine where he's going to be in 2 years, hitting the free agent market. I mean, come on. In 3 years, he'll be about 26, 27. That is still really young for a player, and he'll probably be 99 overall by the time he hits free agency. Now, it's highly likely that they're going to re-sign him, but it would be amazing to get him, to say the least. Another guy I'm targeting from the Nationals, though, is obviously Steven Strasburg. I'm waiting to see if they sign him back or not. Because either way, he's been a good starter. Now, he's dealt with some injuries the last couple of years, but he's been overall a good starter. And it honestly does not feel like he's been pitching since 2010, but he hasn't been pitching since 2010. So I think he would be an intriguing option, but of course, it's also highly unlikely he's going to free agency. This was also another guy I was trying to trade for, but they don't want the trade that I was talking about a couple of videos now. I should have probably pulled one of them that moment. So, instead of waiting, next time I'm definitely going to pull if I get trades like that. Andrew Cashner, I believe he's going to be free agent. He's an interesting option. He isn't necessarily an inning eater because he's never hit above 200 innings. He normally has more strikeouts than he has walks, obviously, if you look by his stats over his career. His ERA has been up and down. It was up, down, down, up, down as of right now. I just don't see him being a great addition. He can get some innings up. He has moderate control. He's always an option. I don't like how his player model looks, but I mean, hey, that's how he wants to look as a player model. It's fine, but that does not look like him in real life. I would never sign Kershaw once he hits free agency, if he ever does, because that's going to be too old for me. So obviously, I'm looking forward to trying to draft a guy to go into a rotation in the future, because that would save us some money for 6 years. And that's what everybody wants to do, though. They want to draft a good guy so they don't have to spend a lot of money on certain positions. That the goal as a franchise is to get good draft picks. Our previous draft was not that good, but we probably honestly got a good right fielder for the future. for if Bryce Harper does not hit free agency and we don't get him. Or if he does and we don't get him. And even if we do get him, then we can just slide that guy over the left, because I would keep Bryce at his original position. Well, this is future plans and stuff.
And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.